See if you can grab your roller. I want to try something on some research. Everyone's got a roller today. Take your roller. Good. Very good. So we're going to roll out a little bit first as a way to warm up. So take your roller on top of your upper back and let your body be on top of it. So it's going to look like this. And what you're doing is also getting your glutes warmed up and your hamstrings warmed up. I had some research in my inbox last week on the foam roller that was talking about using it as a warm up, and I thought, well, we'll do some of that and see how you feel with that. So notice you still get to feel your glutes and your hamstrings, kind of like a bridge, and you're going to feel the foam roller on your upper back. If you would like to add on, do a little roll in extension, kind of like a back bend, but you have your hands helping your head. And let's take 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, good, 3, 2, and 1. And then you're going to turn over, and we're going to put the foam roller underneath our quads. And I'll just gonna check my phone. Karen, since you said you didn't see the link, I'm gonna check, make sure nobody else missed it. So get your quads warmed up. Let me just double check. Okay, no one is texting. Okay, all right, go back on those quads. So your elbows are helping you by pushing into the floor, kind of like a modified plank. Now, if you bend your knees, you get a little bit more work in those quads. And you're still going to feel your abs kind of like a plank. Yeah, you can bend and straighten them, or bend them or straighten them. Leave them in one place or bend and straighten. Good. If you are straightening them on this pass, take the toes and point them out. And that's going to get more of those inner quads. In and out on the roller. Good. Breathing. Now toes towards each other. See if you can feel more outer quad. Now, sort of give more attention to one leg. 10 passes, 10 or so rolls. So I've got it on the right leg. Just kind of open up your hip and that'll get it. Yeah, breathing. Every now and then you have to adjust. Good. Try the other leg about 10 passes. Breathing. And then take a more of a IT focus. Put your self on sort of like a side plank modified. So you're still working, you're getting some warm up in the muscles of the shoulder blade stabilizers, and you're gonna roll out that IT. If you roll down a little, you get that TFL or that lateral quad. So you can always use this foot to help make it harder or easier. This is gonna take some weight off of that IT. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then let's do the other side, the other IT. Back and forth. Good. IT and TFL. If you roll a little bit towards the floor, you get that outer quad as well. And that TFL near your hip. Breathing. Five, four, three, two, and then go to your glute. And we'll take it on the ankle to thigh. And so let's say you have your right ankle and your left thigh, you can roll out that right hip. And you can go to the greater trochanter towards your sacrum, greater trochanter, sacrum. And if it's hard on your wrist to do that back, you can also sort of sit up more. There you go, train. See if that feels good. Good. Relaxing, breathing. 10, 9, good, 8, all sorts of ways you can get this. 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then try the other side. 2, 3, 4, good. And you can try greater trochanter, see if there's any tension, high on the pelvis, near the top of the pelvic rim, near the sacrum. It's all going to be good. Near the sit bone, anywhere there's attachments. Yep. Keep breathing. Good. You got it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, good, and 1, really good. Let's hit the lat just a little bit. Take your right, or whatever side you want, it's fine. Take your arm, kind of like a pillow, a triangle, so your head doesn't have to hang out without support. So you're giving your neck some support. Roll on that armpit. And you can even roll back to get a little more shoulder. There you go. There's that lat attachment, that twist, that shoulder. Good. Keep breathing. You kind of going back and forth. If you have an exquisite point of pain, you're welcome to sit on it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and why don't we try the other side? Come on over. Take that other side. Armpit. Like the back side of that armpit. All right. That lat attachment. Back. You can get the shoulder, the back of the shoulder sometimes there, near the shoulder blade. Breathing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. And just for kicks and giggles, Let me show you this one. Your inner thigh is going to be on top of that roller. Your back leg is kind of like a plank. It's lifted up. And you roll out the inner thigh. So you imagine you're doing a half a frog and you're rolling that out. Yeah, now your other foot's off, your other knee's off the floor because your foot's pulled up in a plank. Yeah, keep going. Inner thigh. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale, and let's hit the other one. So you put that foam roller underneath your inner thigh. You curl the toes of the other leg, so it's almost like you're doing a half a plank, your knees off the floor. That way you can put more pressure on that inner thigh when you roll it. Good. And keep breathing. Good, Karen. Yep. Yeah. You can bend your knee of the inner thigh that you're working up higher if you need more intensity. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. When you're ready, put that roller in front of you. Actually, grab a sip if you need to, and then we'll do some swans, belly down. Swans, belly down. Great, guys. So let's see how we feel with this workout. I love it when you give me feedback so we know how it feels to do it on the front end too. Go up and go up and go up. All right, so you're gonna feel shoulder blades down and back and up, inhale. Good. So we rolled out the upper back. So there's a chance you feel like your upper back's already warmed up, you know, a little warmer, a little more pliant to receive your breath, a little more pliant to receive your extension. Go up and up. Your shoulder blades are down the back. Your arms are pressing. Good. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale and stay up. Inhale. 10, 9, 8. Good. 7. That looks great. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Lower. Now we're going to go up again and add on if you would like. So go up. Either stay there or take your left hand to your left hamstring. Now put your hand back on your roller. And then the other hand to your other hamstring. Good. And continue switching with your normal breathing cadence being your driver of motion. So when you're ready to inhale, you can open up that arm. When you're ready to exhale, you put it back on the roller. Good. Shoulder blade down the back. Neck is soft. 4, 3, 2. Both arms on and lift up. And lower. Good. Let's take one child's pose. I'm craving another sip if you would like as well. Grab it and we'll come to the back side. Let your feet go on the roller. Back side of your body on the mat. Curl up and curl down. And curl up and curl down. And exhale and inhale. And up and down.
lift, and lower, lift. And that should feel like your back is articulating, segmenting, some mobility. And then you stay up and hold. If you would like to add on a baby 2-inch pulse, you can add that here 10 times. Breathing. And then put your knees close together like you're holding on to a penny and lift up and down 10 times. Open your knees a little wider and then lift up and down 10 times. Little pulses, just pulses. Put the knees back over the heels. Now either stay, or if you'd like to, add on a push out with your foam roller and an in. So it could be small, you could be still. 5, 4, 3, 2. Lower your spine down. Take a hand to each foot and stretch out your hamstrings. And we're going to move the legs like intuitively stretching. You might rock or you might stretch the knees a bit. 5. Breathe. 4, 3, 2. All right, you could let your ankles down and extend your knees a bit. Now they're still gonna stay soft so that you don't walk them backwards. You wanna have a little knee bend. Lift up and down. 2, 3. Good, exhale. 4, 5, micro bend the knees. 6, good, Jean. 7, 8, 9, and hold it up. And if you want, you can be still. If you'd like to add a pulse, take 10 little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lower down. And then take the right leg up and hold that in a hamstring stretch. If you would like to add on, curl your chin, lift your shoulder blades off your mat, and lift your left leg just above your roller. You can even hold on to that big toe and hold. 10. So you're either down doing a hamstring stretch or you're up doing a hamstring stretch with an abdominal crunch. 5, looking at that toe in the air that's beyond the roller. 3, 2, lower, and then hold on to your other toe. Extend that leg. And you can lift up or stay low in a stretch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, good. 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale and exhale. Lower and take your feet together. Let your knees be wider. This is going to feel like you're a little butterfly. If you would like to rock, you can add that on. 5, 4, elbows can even push your inner thighs out. 3, 2, inhale, and then exhale. Now we're going to turn to the side and take your arm underneath your ear and take your knees. This is very small, but take an external rotation. You can even match your arm in external rotation. So both are rehabby exercises. This helps with the stabilization of the hip. This helps with the stabilization of the arm. 6. So this is the beginner move. 7, but it's a great little primer anyway. 8, kind of like a telling your body what you want when we add on. Okay, so that when you're at 10, we're going to add on a possibility. You can always stay right there, or you can go to your elbow and lift up in a plank, side plank, modified. Now add on the same. So just add on, this is working 2. You're trying to keep the hips stable and just the leg opens. Good. 5, and lift your hip if you would like, Karen, or you can stay down for modification. 6, yeah, there you go. 7, 8, 9, 10, and if you would like, add on the hip lower and then lift. The hip does lower and then lift. Now, if that's too much, just pick one of those. 3, good. This arm must stay strong. 4, good.
5, 6, elbow glute, 7, 8, make sure your mat's really well padded, 9, 10. Now we're going to do everything on the other side. So the arm is a pillow at first. You're a clamshell in your hip. Your arm opens up in external rotation. We've done external rotation in the arm with a band before. You can also do it here with a 4 or 5 pound, 3 pound weight. We're also just stimulating that external rotation. The muscles tend to get rounded forward in the shoulder and we don't want that. 9, now you can feel the little stabilizers. That's your move if you want to stay. You can add on the elbow and then you lift up into a modified plank. You see how your hips off the ground at first for 10, 2, 3, bottom arm is strong, 4, 5, 6, good, elbow glued, 7, a little bit more bend in your elbow if you would like, Shereen, this arm, 9. Okay, now add on the hip lower and lift. Good, good, and Shereen, your hands down here, see if you can put it up a little. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you'll get a little bit more. I know there's no weight in our hand, but it's a little bit more. Anything for those shoulder rotators. 7, lift the hip and lower if you're doing that variation. 9, 10, really good. And then come back down to your belly. And make sure you have enough room in front of you. For example, I need to move my foam roller a bit. Keep your legs down at first and act like you're swimming. Go up and breaststroke, hands to your thighs. Yep, there you go, Karen. And then forward, because it's a big movement, so we don't want the roller in the way. And up, and inhale up, and just like you're taking a breath of air while you're swimming. Now, if that's too hard, make it a really small breaststroke in your arms. And if you would like, you can add on your legs now where they lift up with your torso. Lift up with your torso. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, building endurance, 9, 10. Now leave your toes down and add on a hand pressed swan. Now you could be on a sphinx if you would like, which is on your elbows or forearms, or you could be on your hands. Breathe. Good. Upper back is our focus, lifting up the belly. 3, 2, and 1. Now your hands are going to go underneath your head for a moment. Lift up your legs and add a flutter. It's like you're at the pool. You've got a kickboard in your hand, in your arms, and you're trying to bubble the water just below the surface. Legs are long. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, recover for a moment. Now we're going to lift up the legs and tap them together. The hamstrings and the glutes are working. Tap the feet together. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then lower. Now we're going to push ourselves up into a way to stretch squat, or if you would prefer happy baby, you can do that. Your booty goes right down the middle. Your hands go together. If that's too much, just take your happy baby. Good. Palms can separate. Good. Feel those lower legs. 5. Good. 4. 3. Just letting the booty fall. 2. Good. And 1. Perfect. And then we're going to let the booty down. Come back to your foam roller. Place it on the floor at the edge of your mat. And you're going to do a baby roll in and out. If that's going okay,
Let your arms go to one side of your knees, and then let your arms go to the other. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Yep, you got it. Now, it's up to you, but if you want to go lower, you can. If your feet are kicking wildly off your foam roller, it's probably too low, so that's why I showed the other modification. Inhale and exhale. Let's try 6 more. 6, if this is at your own pace. Hey, Jean. 5, 4, should feel abs, obliques. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now there's a couple things you could do here. One is put your feet on top of the foam roller and put your hands back. The option without the foam roller is on the floor, okay? So you're gonna go into a table and hold your choice on the foam roller or on the floor. Good. Hold here. 10, 9, good. 8, hips are lifting. 7, 6, your table. 5, there you go, Karen. I was going to say the third option would be to take a stretch. 3, 2, 1. Lower. Now, if you would like to add on, your legs are long, knees are soft. You can take a bound angle if you would prefer not to be on the wrist this way. And you can also change the wrist if you need to. So go up. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale and exhale. Nice. Take the feet a little wide, wider than the foam roller, and go down. And then stretch. Shake out any tension. Good. There you go. And 10. And 9. Good, Benny. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Take another inhale. Exhale to come up. And still use that foam roller at the end of your mat, and grab a sip if you need. We're going to do a little plank with the foam roller. It's going to roll out our shins too. Toe in. It's like your pigeon toe. Toe in, and put the roller kind of near the top of your shin, but not on the knee. All right, you're going to bend both knees underneath you. And then extend. You're going to bend both knees underneath you and extend. It's an inchworm, but it's also foam rolling the shins. Those muscles that are critical to get upstairs, get up a hill, to lift your toe adequately so you don't trip, so you have good balance in uneven ground. 3, 2, 1, recover. The next one is going to be a hip lift like a pike where it's like you're doing a dolphin. So when you're ready, put your elbows down, legs long, your rollers near the knee but not under the knee, toes in, lift up your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, knees long, 5, 6, and then try to slow down these last ones. 7, it'll make it hard. 8, because it wasn't hard enough, right? 2 more. 9, scoop. 10, and recover. Now while you're here, if you would like to add a little different stretch, bend your elbows and pat yourself on the back and feel that opening near the tricep. It's not aggressive, it's just a little extra add-on. We're going to do a corner to corner inchworm. So you'll be forearms down, legs long, foam roller near the knee but not under the knee. Now take your knees to your left elbow-ish and then straighten.
Take your knees to your right elbow-ish. Now left, now right, and go back and forth. Knees, knees, knees. All right, 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. These work in a hurry, don't they? If you're ever cold, this would be a good way to warm up. Now this is going to be a corner to corner dolphin or corner to corner pike. So take your forearms down, take your roller roughly underneath the shin at the high part, lift your hips with your knees long, go to a corner, come back to a plank, lift your hips to the high corner, lift knees fairly long on these, just go corner to corner. 6 more times. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice. If you would like to add on here, walk your hands over to one side and take that side stretch. Breathe into the rib cage. And go to the other. Walk it over. All right. And then gently come back. And then let's take one side plank. You can take this with a foam roller underneath your shin or ankles or not. Your choice, elbow underneath. Take your feet in a staggered position and go up and hold. Now, if you're adding on, you can take some arm circles. Make this a chance to really get some mobility in that arm. And keep it in a pain-free range of motion. We're going to shoot for 5 each way, but if it's too hard, do less, do fewer. Up and around. 2. And then let it down. Other side. Feels so good. Get that arm in a free range of motion, whatever feels good. Now the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that hip down. Really good. Now on this one, your choice is to take a stretch, or if you wanted to, a reverse, it's called Parso Tanasana, reverse plank. You can do that with legless as well. So this is your stretch, or here. So when you're here, you're going to lift up. Lift up a leg. 2, 3, good, your choice. We're going to all stretch in a moment anyway, so we'll just meet you. 5, lift up your hips if you want. The option is, yeah, there you go. 6, 2 more, 1, and now lower your hip. Now take one foot in, kind of like you're doing a tree pose, but seated. Go up and forward. Relax your neck, just do the best you can. Another way to modify this is to sit on that foam roller so that your booty's higher and your back doesn't have to roll. you know, if your hips are tight, the sitting on the floor is really uncomfortable. So you can sit on a pillow or a foam roller if you need to. Otherwise, 10, 9. Get this great chance to open up the toes as well. 6, 5, 4, 3, got 2. Take another inhale, come back up. That foot comes in. And inhale, good, you got it. So it's gonna lift and exhale forward. Yep, good, and relax. Great place to open the toes if you happen to be able to reach them. Good, it's kind of like you're pulling your spine out of your pelvis. Relax your neck. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, good. And good. Gently come back up. Now, the next option is to sit. You can do a stretch. To lift up your big toe with your 2 peace fingers and balance. Let me turn sideways here. So I'm going to do a layering. You can be seated. You can extend. You can extend. You could do one at a time. Otherwise, hold. 10 in a balance. So either do a stretch, a lift up your feet balance, or a stretched out. Good. 10. And I like how the shoulders went down the back. 9, no matter where you are, great. 8. Good. 7, 6, 5, belly scoops. 4, 3, challenge yourself, pressing out your heels if you're here. 2. Now if you want it even harder, go forward in a hamstring. It could be bent. Let me turn so you can see me a little bit. Okay. Bend. Or straighter is harder. Good, Karen. 10, 9. The essence is there's a stretch and there's a balance. 6, 5. Good. 4, 3, 2. Inhale. And then lower that back down. Great. So we're going to take it down. Take an inhale. Try to take 20 seconds. If it's too easy to have your hands here, try to take a frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now around 10, you may have to walk your feet further away. 11, 12, 13. Good. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Take a full body stretch. Bring that foam roller back in. And put your feet on top, or you can do this on the floor. Take your right ankle onto your left thigh if you would like an option of layering. So curl up and down is the option. You could do this with the foot on the floor if you need to. You could do this with 2 feet on the roller. You could do this with 2 feet on the floor. So there's a layering of options to take which one adequately challenges you. Up. 8, 9, stay up. 10, add a little pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Lower down, and now the other foot comes down. The other ankle's on the thigh. You're going to come up. Oops, keep going. Got a different circle on the foam roller. Up and down. 2, 3, breathing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A little pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
and 1. Good. Now reach your hand through your legs and stretch that out. You could rock if you would like. If your head seems to come off the floor here, you can use a pillow under your head. Good. That's it. Another trick is to put yourself up against a wall and let the feet be on the wall. Enjoy the stretch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now before we leave, spread out your toes as big as you can. And then crunch them, and then spread them, and then crunch them, and then spread them, and crunch, spread, crunch. One more. Spread, crunch, and leave on a spread. All right, let's try the other side, ankle to thigh. Reach your hands to the window and feel that hip stretch. You could rock if that makes you feel released or if it helps you get different fibers. Exhale out any tension. And just notice without judgment, is one hip higher or tighter than the other? Tighter. Just one hip feel a better stretch when you move a little bit. Finding an angle that works for you. Adding on, spread out your toes as much as you can and then crunch them. Spread them out and then crunch. You're building strength in the arch. Spread them out, you're keeping them flexible. Crunch, spread, crunch, spread, crunch, spread, crunch, and then spread, 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 spread. And relax. Perfect. All right, we're going to use that foam roller underneath our pelvis, so it's going to look a little like this. Okay, so you're up and take a right and a left. So this is, if you put your hands right here above your pubic bone, towards your, between your belly button and your pubic bone, you're going to feel your abs. If you don't, put the foam roller lower towards your booty, towards your heels. You don't want the foam roller to be making your low back any more arched. Now you want to stretch. So see how much you can stretch. And then stretch, really, 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 really stretch both legs. Front leg and top leg. Front leg and top leg. Front leg and you feel your abs. Top leg and one more. Now we're going to take the legs together at the top and take a big circle. Now when your feet are far away from you, that's when you're tempted to get lordotic or low back sway. So you want to use your abs to keep pulling the pubic bone up. And now we're going to add on a point, flex, point, flex, point up. And I may have to put my hands on my roller because it's trying to get away from me. Sometimes slick yoga pants or a different mat texture can change how much you need to hold that roller. But keep your attention on your abs. Now go the other way. Point down and then flex. Point down and then flex. Point down and then flex. Point down and flex. Now go up high and go out and in. Big stretch. Out. Out, out, really stretch. 1, 2, point flex, 3, 4, and 5. Now take the biggest bicycle you can. In other words, act like it's really a flexibility exercise than a than your little tiny bicycle. So your top leg stretches up and back. And when you see your feet in the air, see if you can spread the toes anytime you're reaching through the heel, you're spreading and articulating through the foot, kind of like we do in that down dog, up dog transition. Articulate through the foot. I really want us to have healthy balance, and one of the keys is the feet. Now reverse it. So really big stretch, like you're trying to touch the floor. You're trying to touch the sky. You're trying to touch the wall behind you. Feel a hamstring stretch. Feel a psoas stretch. And you got it. Now adjust your roller if you need to. Take one leg up and one leg down. I want you to use your hands, or if you have a band handy, that's fine too, to stretch that top leg up. Pour this other leg down. And so lengthen that knee. If your leg's kind of flipping out to the side, that's a tight psoas. If the knee's just trying to bend, that's a quad. So if your heel won't even touch the floor, that's a psoas tightness. Just, yeah, there you go. You can even put a hand on that thigh to keep it. 10, 9, double stretch, 8. Low back is also getting decompressed because the pelvis is higher than the lumbar vertebra, and usually we're the opposite in our day. So this will decompress the space between the vertebra, the intervertebral disc, get some plumping up, some nourishment. All right, try the other leg. Feels so good. Breathe. Think about relaxing, allowing, feel your hip drop more, lengthening the top knee if it happens, but you're not forcing it. Breathing. Now we're going to gently, you can pull the knees up a little towards your chest, and then you can move that roller. All right, let's see how that lower back feels. Notice how it feels. Should feel a little easier. Take your left leg long and take your right knee down, twist. Right arm out like a T. I'm going to move you in just a tiny closer. And yeah, 10. And I'm going to grab a sit. 9. Good carrying, good cheering. 8. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Take another inhale. And on your exhale, let's go to the other side. Right leg long, left knee down, twist. Slowly come back and then let the body be on the back side. Let the feet go wider than your mat and let your inner right knee drop. You can pick up your left ankle if you'd like. Arms can go overhead like a Tinkerbell. And let's go to the other side. That foot is wide. Your right ankle is resting on your left thigh. You can kind of help that that knee get lower, but you don't want to do it at the expense of any pain. So if your knee hurts at all, just let your inner knee drop and don't add the ankle on it. Now when you're ready, you can slowly come out, and if you would like do a Shavasana, or if you would like to take a foam roller release, you can just put it underneath your back, your booty, and bend the knees. That right there is going to decompress the spine. The other option is to go long-legged, either one at a time for a count of 5 or both. Feel that psoas. So Shireen, just test, see if it could go lower towards your heels, your foam roller. See if that's better. Yeah, okay, good. So the foam roller, for a lot of us, it's going to be right where the glute meets the hamstring, because the opposite side of that is your psoas. If you have it too high, it'll make your low back feel like it's getting too much extension. So either put it lower towards the heels or just have the knees bent. Otherwise, let go in those muscles. They tend to be hanging on. They attach the upper body to the lower body, and they are, how do I say it? They're emotional muscles. They'll like tighten up in response to a perception of stress. Kind of like the upper trapezius do, these can do it too. So really just relax those muscles with your breath low. I've even got my hands on my belly just to sort of direct my breath down low. And your exhale releases tension. All right, when you're ready, let the foam roller out carefully and slowly, and just notice how your back feels. Should feel like it's like pancake batter on a griddle. Take your time, slowly come up towards a seated position that serves you. Lift up through your spine and sit into an even position where the booty is equally weighted. I also like sitting kneeling. It's whatever lets your ribs be over your pelvis. Yeah, water's great. Let your shoulders rest. Gently drop the ear to a shoulder. Let your hand help if you would like. A little chin to chest diagonal. A little ear to shoulder on the other side. A little diagonal. Right down the middle is chin to chest. Elbows might even come together. And you just come up light as a feather.
palms to your heart. Connect with yourself for 3 breaths through the nose. Let that breath be layered with a theme of appreciation for your body and your mind and your breathing for all it just did. Let the next breath be layered with an appreciation for this moment. That's really all we have. And we'll let the next breath be layered with an intention, how we want to create the next hour or 2 of our day. You can notice this feeling, so you can set your intention with a feeling. So how do you feel right now? So for example, I feel peaceful, balanced, easy, flow, strong and flexible. So just see if those words resonate with you. And let that energy, that sense, that theme be your intention for the next couple of hours. That's called segment intending. And then whenever you're ready, let your eyes come back into the room. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me know what you thought of the foam roller at the beginning of the class. Happy to hear any. Okay, that's my girl. That's it. Okay, good. I love it. Good. I need it too. It's like it helps loosen things up, but it's you warm up the muscles. Love it. Okay, great. Thank you guys. Thank you for always being open to my classes. Thank you.